Hi there guys, hope you're well. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming back again. This video I'm going to do today is more of an open question, if you will, for any of the subscribers to the channel or anyone that's just happening to click on this link due to searching for the Mandela effect or simulation theory or whatever you may search, whatever I choose the tags as. It's quite a personal video, and I did mean to put a video out similar to this about 2 weeks ago, but I recorded it but then deleted it because I don't want to come across as having like a downer on the video or anything like that during these testing times in life. And I think I just had to maybe switch my mentality to a different thought process, I guess. But it's something that has happened to me in particular since discovering the Mandela effect. And without knowing anyone else that's really affected by this, I'm going to assume that most of you feel the same way, or at least I hope so. I hope I'm not the only person that feels the same way from it. But for about the last, let's say 4.5 months or so, I have felt, although you've seen me putting out videos on here, I've put in hundreds of hours of research into it and other things that are of the same sort of nature, such as simulation theory, etc. I have personally felt quite paralyzed by it all, which I guess is, if I'm analysing myself and analysing the situation and everything that it encompasses, I think would seem like quite a natural way to feel. But I guess I'm just opening up to you guys just to see if anyone else has felt the same way. And I don't mean just about the Mandela effect. I mean, so the Mandela effect is, in my opinion, the biggest thing that, for me, it's bigger than the EU referendum. It's bigger than, even to a certain degree, to me personally, it's bigger than a potentially impending World War III, because it is putting into question our very existence. So therefore, it will change our views on what we are, what our capabilities are, what death is, rebirth, etc., parallel dimensions. I mean, it encompasses so many things. And it's a big enough subject by itself. But I feel like many things in the world at the moment are, as I say, potentially impending war. You've got Russia evacuating 40 million people, whether it's a bluff, whether it's false news, I don't know. But that isn't necessarily even my biggest concern. My biggest concern is that the general public, the average person out there, and I'm not saying I'm above average by any means, I'm as average as they come, you can hear by my accent. I feel like the general person, and I used to be this person, hence I'm wearing a Tommy Hilfiger jumper. This was actually bought for me. I used to be into designer brands. I used to, when I had hair, I would want to get a haircut every 2 weeks. I'd always buy new trainers or sneakers. I was that person that I can see today. So I've not always been someone that sees things these ways that I do now. That's a relatively recent development, let's say the last 5 or so years, where I really started to see the world in a different way. But I feel like I've never been so overwhelmed in my life with regard to things that are going on. As I say, some of the above things that I just mentioned, the Mandela effect, simulation theory, etc. However, the thing that affects me the most is the fact that I believe that the average person is so brainwashed with their perspective of what they see, the illusion that they have been presented, that I don't even think people care. You had a Kim Kardashian story. She got robbed. I'm from London. I mean, people get robbed all the time. When I was growing up, it would be on streets around me. I've lived in quite rough areas. People would be robbed all the time. It's just like, oh, okay, well, what are you having for lunch? It was quite a casual occurrence, really. And again, I don't wish any wrongdoing. I have nothing against the Kardashians. I don't particularly like what they do. In my eyes, they are the epitome of the reflection of society that we live in, that people aspire to be these people that get famous from sex tapes and plastic surgery and, I don't know, probably devil worshipping. I don't know what else they do. But even whatever they do, it's their business. But the fact that the general public will follow these sort of people and be more bothered about that than, let's say, an impending war, let's say the Mandela effect, let's say talking about simulation theory, let's say, I'm just very thankful that I've found this platform on YouTube. Otherwise, I don't know. Like, I don't really drink alcohol. I've never smoked. But I can completely understand why people do get lost in this escapism. And I feel like at times, more so than ever, like I just want to escape, whether it's mentally, whether it's, I don't know, I feel like the last 4.5 months or so, I've been not so much a recluse. I still play football, I still go to the gym, but mentally I feel like I can't even make small talk with people. Like, I know how to do it, but I just feel like I can't be bothered. I feel like there's much bigger things. I don't want to talk about the weather or what you've had for lunch. And when I look at things like the RFID chip, so my girlfriend at her job asked one of her colleagues that's a marketing executive, telling her about it, and then she was like, "Oh yeah, I would get it. It's a great idea. How convenient would it make life?" And to me, I felt like I'd been stabbed when I heard that. I just thought, the views I have in my head aren't what the masses have, and it's scary. It is scary. The fact that people believe all these false flag attacks. I'm not saying that they're not real. People do get injured in them and whatnot, or killed, but people don't see the perpetual routine of what happens. There's almost a formula to it all. But I think for me personally, this Kim Kardashian story just mentally, I feel like it maybe tipped me over the edge slightly, because I just thought, this is just insane how much of a big deal is made of this. And people don't think, well, why is such a big deal being made of this? Is it a distraction? Is it for us to just look at that? What else is going on? And yeah, you just, I don't know. I don't want to rant on here. This channel's not really going to be for ranting. I initially set this up as like I guess a community-based channel for things like this. So I'm discussing my thoughts, and hopefully I can have other people's feedback as well to see how they feel. But to summarize it, I feel mentally paralyzed. I feel like I'm in limbo in life at the moment. I feel like, in particular, this Mandela effect has mentally put me at an impasse. I don't know how to move forward. I feel like that everything is so clear now that the world is basically a stage. It's like you've got puppets. It's basically like a live film. It's like Broadway or something like that. That's how I see the world now. You got the presidential election in the US. To me, it's just a joke, and you have people buying into it. It's like, who do you want, bad or worse? They're your two options. But yet people will squabble with each other over the two things. You've got the Black Lives Matter things. Yeah, it's terrible what's happening, what the police officers are doing. But again, it's separating people. It's let's have the left fight the right, let's have the right fight the left. It's just, people don't see the formula that's always used, and it's it can be taxing. I think when you see it but other people don't see it, that's more taxing than what's actually happening. Anyway, guys, that's all from me. I'm sorry if this did come across as a rant. I just felt like I needed to get it off my chest. And there's not many people that I can talk to about this kind of stuff, or that I would even feel comfortable speaking to about it. And yeah, that's all from me, guys. I'll stop talking now, but thanks a lot for your time. Like, subscribe, definitely comment below. Let me know your thoughts on anything I've said. In particular, if you too maybe feel like you don't know how to move forward with regard to what's happening. And that's all from me. So thanks a lot for your time, guys. Cheers. Bye.